Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Kat from Ohio DIY and it has been a long time, but today I am doing a H&M kidswear haul. So if you have been watching my channel for a while, you will know that I used to do these all the time because pretty much all of Theo's baby wear came from H&M, and because he has always been pretty chunky, he was growing out of sizes far too quickly. So he's still a size ahead of where he should be, but obviously you get a bit longer the older that you get. So I've not done a haul for a while, but the time's come when he's grown out of all of his clothes effectively. So I've done a new haul, and Columbo is here to help us as my glamorous assistant. No, he'll probably start barking halfway through because that's what usually happens. So anyway, I've got some really good pieces to show you. Everything is really cheap. The most expensive thing in the haul was 20 quid, and that's a coat. So really nice, good value pieces. And you know me, I am not a big fan of the traditional kind of boys wear blue situation. You know, bright blue with other bright primary colours. That's just not my vibe. So the haul is there are a couple of bright colours in it. It's blacks and greys and that kind of stuff, because you know that's what I like. So we might as well get started, and we are getting started with a bright colour. So the first one is this tiger sweatshirt. So this is, or it was £9.99. Nice little orange sweatshirt. Now if you are eagle-eyed, you may notice that there's a stain on this, because I'm filming the haul after I needed to use a couple of the things, so he's worn them and I've not yet washed them, so sorry about it. But yeah, so this is, you know, pretty much channeling very strong Kenzo vibes, isn't it? But at a fraction of the price, because I can't afford to dress him in Kenzo as much as I would like to. So yeah, just this the tiger print, if you can see, it is flock. So it's kind of relief on it. It's this nice bright orange. It's nice and thick sort of sweatshirt material, and you can see inside that it's like fleece lined sweat, so it's really nice and warm. So a good one for the winter. So I really like that one. And then I got him some basics as well. So some of these are really just plain, and that's because he goes to nursery and he comes back just filthy, absolutely filthy. So things that are a bit nicer, I don't let him wear to nursery because there's no point. So next is this black sweatshirt. So this is another one that's got a few stains on it, I think, because he wore it yesterday. So it's just a plain black sweat, but it has got, I'll show you a bit that's not stained. You can see that it's kind of got like a nep in it, so it's not just flat black, it's got a bit of a stripe, so a bit of texture to it. Again, the fleece is, yeah, fleece lined sweat, so it's quite nice. It's just, you know, a basic. If you wanted to, you could get, you know, t-shirt transfers and whatever and print your own stuff onto these. That is something that I'd like to do, but I've not found the time recently to do that. So yeah, this is second piece. And then I got him this really nice red flannel shirt. So I love this kind of lumberjack sort of look. Very much like to wear this myself. This one was £9.99, so a tenner for that, and it's not a super fine flannel, it's a decent weight. It's not lined or anything, so you would need like a vest or something on underneath it. It's got a little pocket on the front, but I think that's really cute. I like him wearing grown up sort of stuff. I just think he looks really sweet as a little boy. So the next thing I got, I was actually a little bit disappointed with in a way, and I'll tell you about that in a sec. So it was this Dinosaur Jacket. So this is a little puffer jacket. This is what was £19.99. It's, you know, got the puffer thing. It's got, so if you can see the dinosaur print, the dinosaurs are actually reflective. So in the light they shine up really bright, which I like. That's kind of nice for winter and the dark nights. It's got sort of the neon colour pops on the zip. It's fleece lined inside. You can see nice blue fleece there. The hood is detachable, so it fits on with Velcro around the sides and then goes into this at the front. You can see it's got like a little like house where the front of the hood sits, but you can whip that off and then it's not got a hood on it at all. So, you know, that's nice, that's great. But the reason that I actually bought it is because on the website, and still on the website, even after, so I bought this a week or so ago, maybe 10 days ago, and I complained yesterday, and I've checked it again today. So on the website it says it's got it's water repellent. So I found out about this recently. It's to do with where I work that I know this, but water repellent is actually better than waterproof. So water repellent is when if you put a drop of water on it, it would just sit as a droplet on the top, and the sort of fabric doesn't change at all because it's not going anywhere near it. When things are waterproof, they can absorb water to a level, so it might make the fabric change a little bit, but still it's not getting on the inside. This is neither of those things. It's not waterproof and it's not water repellent, so as far as I can see, it's just been wrongly labelled. So that was kind of disappointing for me, because the reason that I bought the coat in the first place was he's got a parka jacket and he's got sort of a thinner rubber waterproof mark, and combining the two was going to be a lot easier because one's a lot thinner than the other. This shows how lazy I am, to be honest. Putting him in the pram, obviously if there's a big difference in the coat he's wearing, the straps differ, and it's such a pain in the bottom to keep adjusting the straps each time you put him in, so I just wanted one coat so the straps were always right. However, unfortunately that's not the case, but I do really like it. And you know, it's cute, it's grey, but nice grey, and you know, it's got a pattern but not too like kiddie, and it is lovely and warm, really nice and warm, this one. So still a reasonable choice at 20 quid, but a little bit disappointed because if it was water repellent, that would be ace. It would be an absolute dream. So H&M, if you watch it, and if you're saying water repellent, make it water repellent. Next, staying on the dinosaur theme, is this hoodie. So this, sorry, I was just checking the prices. This is £9.99, I couldn't read my own writing. So this is a really nice sort of stone coloured hoodie, with teal T-Rex print on it. It's got the pocket on the front, your sort of standard hoodie pocket. It's got a nice teal lining in the hood, but not on the inside. It's again fleece backed on the inside. This is probably the thinnest of the sweatshirt. So it's not Kenzo, the tiger hoodie is thicker than this one. This is on the thinner side, but obviously it's got the print, so I guess for the money they've used to offset the print, they've used a lighter weight sweat. I like this. Is Theo mad on dinosaurs? No, he does like them. To be honest, he's mad on trains and buses, but I just kind of like the print. It's nice, and like I say, even though it is sort of a kid's print, it's just a bit more grown up. So this is, because obviously this looks really big, so something odd about H&M sizing, it is always like either the right size or a little bit on the bigger side, so it gives you a little room. It's not small fitting. But this is age 2 to 4, which is quite a big gap, isn't it? Like, surely they're quite different in size between those ages. So like I say, Theo's worn the other two, which are also size 2 to 4, and they're a little bit big on him, but in 6 months time they'll definitely fit him, and then in 3 months after that they'll probably be getting a little bit small, so I don't think he's going to make it to 4 in them, but he is like 92nd percentile, so maybe that's to be expected. But I do feel like 2 to 4 is a bit of an age range, but if you've seen that and you're worried that it's going to be massive, they're not massive at all. They're just probably age 2 to 3 size, but they've decided to give themselves a bit more of a bracket for some reason. So moving on, this is a real bargain. So just a little plain long sleeve black top, £2.99, so 3 quid for that. Absolute bargain, and it is H&M conscious, so it's 100% organic cotton, so it's really nice and soft. Everything that I've ever had for him, which is from the sort of H&M conscious stuff, has washed really well and like lasted really well. So for £2.99, that's a really good thing. So I actually got him 2 of these, one of which is worn already, just because sometimes when you know, layering's quite good, isn't it, depending on what you're doing, just to give them sort of options. It gets too hot sometimes, so anyway. And then I got him a bobble hat. So this is 1.5 to 4, which is a bit odd. But it is, so knitted, let's see if you can see, so it's got this sort of waffle knit and then ribs at the bottom. It's got the ear flaps and then the bobble on the top. It is fleece lined, so it's not the knit inside, it's fleece, so it's going to be really, really nice and warm. And then it's got this little sort of leather effect there along the front. So like I say, this was a £5. I love him having a variety of hats because number one, I tend to lose them or like put them in my pockets and whatever and can't find them, but yeah, it's good. Let's see how big it is. Does it stretch? Oh, it does stretch. I've got a headband on as well, so so actually, oh, that's not, my earrings were digging in. Earrings digging in. Shh. Told you, barking. So yeah, £4.99, and it will be big enough for him for quite a while, because if I can get it on, he's not going to have a head my size by the time he's 4, is he? And then so another Colombo, behave. Then another basic is just a plain black hoodie, again with the pocket. This is probably the same weight as the Dinosaur one. Colombo, behave, shush. And this one's £8.99, so obviously a little bit cheaper than the other because it hasn't got the print, and again this is 100% organic cotton. Colombo, just stop it now, please. And then the final thing in the haul is another check shirt. I do love a check shirt, but this one has got this jersey hood with it, so it's a hooded shirt, and it is £14.99. So really nice, easy to wear piece, little pocket on the front. It's got poppers rather than buttons, so that kind of works really well. So that's everything that I got for him. Quite a good haul, solid haul for nursery, lots of different pieces. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do like and subscribe if you did. I'll be back soon with something else. I do lots of different posts on parenting, fashion and that kind of stuff, so if you're interested, hit the subscribe button and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.